Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. Welcome to The Witcher Crimson and Ash. I am the aforementioned Salty.
And I'm Sweet.
And these various assorted spices are our friends. Before we go around and meet everyone, we just want to do some brief channel shout-outs. First of all, a ton of thanks to our sponsors, Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. And we shall be continuing our relationship with Roll20, which is, yes, little hands. It's very exciting. Also, if you like your physical click-clacks and your chonky boys, speaking of dice, if you would like some beautiful dice, we're an affiliate with Dice Envy. If you use our code on their site, Salty Sweet, all caps, one word, you get 10% off your order, and they're coming out with new stuff like every other week, and they're shipping out, and they're beautiful, and if you need to spend your money on dice, check out Dice Envy. And last but not least, our newest sponsor, Grinding Coffee Co., a Black and LGBTQ plus owned coffee business. All their brews are organic and delicious, and so we're partnered with them. You can use the code Salty Sweet Games, all caps, one word, to get 13% off. I did this all from memory. Go me. It's 8 o'clock. Hi.
Incredible.
Yeah. And that's it for that. Other things to say. We here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X and O cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings, because while our players are going to be tortured, mostly emotionally, the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority always. So let's go around and meet some people, say who we're playing. I'll start because I'm already talking and I can't stop once I start. So I'm Lauren, hi. And I'm playing Maggie the cat, the criminal, who is currently tailing a very shady individual that I definitely took notes on last time. That's not sarcasm. I did take the notes. On to you, Kiana.
Cool. Definitely trust that you took the notes. But hello, I am playing Lupa today, who is a resident witcher. Generally just tired all the time, done with everything all the time. Just how they are. They use they them pronouns. Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They're just like, cool. Some side quests. My friends have gone off somewhere. My other friend needs to hide her identity around here. That's fine. Totally normal. It's cool.
This is fine. Hey, and we did just get a reroll booster shot from our in real life cleric, Hawk. Thank you so much, Hawk. They will be put to good use. Let's hop down to KT.
KT.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm KT. I play SILA the Bard. I use she, her pronouns, so does SILA, and I am just as nervous as SILA is about why her face was on a wanted poster.
I'm not worried.
I hate it. How dare Hans use my backstory for anything? It's
God,
just
I hate when GMs
frankly
pay attention.
rude. Frankly, it's rude and I don't like it.
I agree. Let's hop over to Lindy. Hi, Lindy.
Hi, I'm Lindy, and I am not made out of cake. I will be playing Thrin and Brockvar today. She, her, kind of sorceress. Definite, just all around nice lady. That's all.
Yeah, that sounded like not bullshit. And let's finally have... No, they're Lindy and Thrin are both angels. Let's hop up to Hans and let's get those parties started. That's all.
Okay, we will get some things started. Let me look up your backstory so I can use them against you as per usual. Yeah, I don't have much there. So I have to do my last time, which I did not write 5 minutes ago. I think it was more like 6. The last time, the crew relaxed in a bathhouse after a long trip to Redania. They had a chance to enjoy the baths before assassins attacked, attempting to dispatch Lupa for Marjorie Lalvin, but falling victim to Thrin's icy attack and Lupa's prowess. After re-equipping with new armor, they rode on to Tredegor, where they found a message board that included a Witcher quest, a notice about a goat, and a poster offering information about SILA. Thrin and Maggie took that to the Grain of Gold, a local tavern, where they met a person named Constantine Kowal, who totally paid them. And as we closed that scene, we had Maggie leaving following them. So Constantine had gone out of the pub, and then now Maggie has gone out after them. So we know that's where that scene's going to go, but we also left a whole bunch of people just kind of like floating around in the city doing something. So maybe we should real quick find out if anything happened to them. So what do we have? Lupa, SILA, Gramelin, Rosent. Am I missing anybody?
Is there
I think
anyone
that's
else,
all.
any other NPCs want to get up in the party?
No.
Between 2 and 3 horses. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, it's between our 3 horses.
I think SILA was just pacing back and forth, chattering on because of her nerves to Lupa. That's basically all she was doing.
Yeah.
And I think at some point she just looks at Lupa and is just like, if you wanted to, you and I make a great team, Lupa. Maybe we could go investigate the cart thing while Thrin and Maggie are investigating my problem.
Kind of looks around for a moment just to see if they can spot Thrin and Maggie. Probably don't, just because of what.
Yeah, it's probably been a little bit, and we were at like afternoon falling to evening when they started moving towards the Grain of Gold, but we know it's going to be dark by the time they leave, so they're going to be there for a little while.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of just like a we know to meet up here kind of situation. It's like, I mean, certainly, maybe, Garmelin, brief moment of looking at Garmelin, kind of, and Rosent, maybe stick around here in case they come back. They don't come back by, kind of like looks around, a couple hours past sunset, maybe go find a inn or something for us to stay over at overnight.
Person says, "Yeah, I mean, we can do that. We can wait here. That's no problem at all."
And kind of like tilts. Not right. SILA want to lead the way.
Oh, all right. Yeah, and I think she starts walking toward wherever the notice had said the cart was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the notice doesn't. It said the cart is somewhere on the road to Oxenford, so that's going to be way outside the city. I don't know if you want to try to meet with a contact in the city before you go out there.
Was there a contact on the note?
Yeah, there's a note that you can go meet them at the Spicy Duck Tavern, and you might find some information there.
Spicy Duck
I love it.
Spicy Duck Tavern?
Then
Fancy
yeah,
and
that's where
generator for the win.
she's going to go to the Spicy Duck.
Okay.
I'm really hoping it's also like a burlesque bar. Just saying.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, like dandelions in Witcher 3. Like a cabaret.
The Spicy Duck Tavern and show.
SILA might start working here and leave all of you if it's a cabaret.
Fair.
Just
That's fair.
It wasn't when I wrote this, but give me a second.
Listen, you can't name.
You can't name it the Spicy Duck and not have feather boas.
I now know this. Okay, this is something I've learned today. So, I think asking around with short order, you're able to find the Spicy Duck Tavern. So the way I imagine this city working, Tredegor, we were talking about, it's pretty much just a palace and a whole bunch of small buildings around. Novigrad's too big and Oxenford's too big. No one really wants to live in Tredegor. It's not like the hotspot. So everything's just like low 2-story buildings. And the Spicy Duck is going to get its name from the thing that it is, not from, okay, there's feather boas. But so when you walk inside, first off, has Lupa had experience with like Zeracanian style hot peppers before?
I'm gonna say no. That also they are a wolf monster looking
Yes.
curse situation,
Yes.
which means incredibly heightened senses, which is not great for spice.
So the smells here are like a berry type spice. So there is a lot of very strong hot pepper and cinnamon that you are immediately like, it is wafted into your face immediately upon entering this building. I don't know how much Lupa enjoys that.
I think as soon as they enter, Lupa sneezes. And like the way that, a dog sneezes when they're just like, oh God, there's so much in my nose. There's not a very graceful looking sight as like Lupa's like,
Mm-hmm. And you know that thing, I read somewhere that dogs are supposed to have a sense of smell that's like 1,000,000 times more sensitive than ours, or some other incredible.
they're really sensitive to this shit.
So just enjoy that. This is a place where the spice is the reason people would come here and eat the food. And this room is just full of food. Everything smells like this.
Great.
Yes.
Lupa's super
Are you all right, Lupa?
Yeah. Will be.
Do you want to wait outside while I get the information?
Look, so he'll look around. What are the people around here mostly like? Like, what is the type of crowd that's here?
The crowd here looks like slightly upscale merchants and people who have like a little bit of coin in their purse. Also, you get the feeling they're used to this because for a second when you came in the door, everyone started like doing like a chuckle and some people started to turn around and then they saw you and it went dead. They're just like, oh, that's cute. That happens. Oh, no, not that one. And then they
We
go
don't
back
laugh
to their
at that
drinks.
one.
No.
Okay. If they're like upscale merchants and stuff, Lupa feels okay leaving SILA by herself. Like this, it's one of those like situations of like, okay, are these sketchy ass people? No, cool. I think might be why.
All right, it won't take too long. I'll just find a host or something and ask.
Oh, right. And Lupa's just gonna like step outside, sneezing.
Okay, yeah. It's much nicer outside. Everything's great outside. It just smells like a normal, terrible city smell.
I want to find like a hostess, someone who seems to be running this place.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the person you're seeing is coming out of the back where there's like a kitchen type area. She's like a curvy woman with very dark black skin, and she's got like this long spill of hair that's just like super glossy, shiny, and she's wearing an apron that is just perfect white, and it also is frilly on the edges. So she has a whole look going on, and she is walking up carrying two very large plates of like, it would be approximate like a soup or like a goulash, but it has a very strong, potent smell. And she's just like serving it up to a table, turns around, like dusts her hands off. Okay, what did you need?
I need to know the contact for this, and she holds up the poster to the woman.
Let me see. She's looking around, scanning the bar, sees another person over in the corner. I've got to get all my face claims where I can tell who these people are. Give me a second here. And she says, okay, that lady over there in the corner, and she points, there's a lady with her back turned so that she's like swiveled totally back towards the front door. So you see like shoulders, and that's about it. They're wearing like a maroon, like some sort of doublet or gambeson type jacket, and short hair, like a auburn red hair. But she's just like sitting, back turned, one arm out like this, and that's about it. That's the one you're looking for over there. Her name's
Right.
Leonie.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll head over to Leonie.
Okay. So you're walking over in that direction. Again, just lots of real potent smells. There seems to be like an apple cider thing going here as well. So as you're walking back, so there's a lady. She has 3 tankards that are on her table that are empty. And she is sitting here like this, like kind of pulling her hair out as she's looking at the corner. She's got whatever happens when you had a smoky eye and then you leave it on for a day going on.
Just my normal
Smudging,
makeup.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well,
Don't know what you're trying
the
to
important
say
thing is we can
here,
all relate to what
Hans.
this looks like, right? No.
Just my normal makeup. That's fine.
Me purposefully smudging my eyeliner this morning.
I have an idea what the terms are for these things. I have never worked on that for a day in my life, so I'm terrible. So they're basically staring at the wall and looking pretty drunk at this point.
SILA's going to just casually put herself in this woman's line of sight. Leonie, is that it?
Yeah, look, I'm not really in the mood for your company. I'm fine.
Oh no, I'm here about your notice on the board. Your cart missing?
Okay, take a seat.
Yeah, SILA sits down.
You don't work here.
No, I don't.
You've got the feather and everything.
Is that a thing here?
As you scan the room, there are like 3 or 4 other ladies like walking around looking like fairly, let's say they look like they are dressed as though advertising, and they are wearing feathers. Yeah. They look like they are attracting attention, and they have feathers.
No, I'm just passing through. But my friends and I saw your notice, and I happen to work alongside a witcher, and they're interested in finding your cart.
That makes more sense. You didn't look like you were going to go find my cart.
I take offense to that. I'm very good at finding things, but no, not just me.
No, you look like a performer or something like that instead. That's all.
Well, thank you. Do you have any information about it?
I had 2 men that I paid to take my cart, and it was supposed to just go very shortly from Novigrad to here. It was a simple cart, and they just did not finish, and they say that the cart was attacked by a monster, and so I advertised for a witcher.
What sort of monster?
Have you ever tried to talk to men after they run away from a monster? The thing is 300 feet tall, it has 7 faces, it spits fire. As far as I can tell, it's some sort of big bug.
Some sort of big bug. All right. Are those men around?
No, I fired them immediately.
That's probably for the best. What sort of pay are we looking at here?
I was going to pay 25 crowns. I think that's what I can afford at this point.
All right, that's fair. What's the timeline on this? Just as soon as possible?
Well, I mean, I can't pay you until you get me the things back, so if you go and get it, I can pay you back.
What are you transporting?
It's textiles, silks, linens.
All right. Yes, and we'll take the job.
Well, I'll be here drinking until you bring back my cart, so...
Well, don't drink too much, darling. You look like you need a break.
Then you better be fast, because I've only had 3 and I'm feeling fine. This is fine.
Oh, all right. Just take it easy. And SILA's going to stand up, and she's going to make her way through the spicy deck back outside.
Okay, on the way back, one of the other ladies who is wearing a feather in her hair gives you the stare of death, as it is like you are operating in their territory.
SILA just smiles, like genuinely, she's not threatened at all.
That's valid.
She goes back outside and looks at Lupa. Apparently it's a big bug.
Lupa actually had probably just finished scratching their nose, and the ear kind of perk up. Insectoids.
That's what the person said. She hired 2 men to transfer her cart from Novigrad here, and they were attacked.
Well, at least I know how to deal with that one. I've had past dealings with insectoids.
Well, do you think it's worth investigating?
Well, you have no strong aversion to large insects. You might as well get some money that way and get to know the area a little more.
Would you rather wait for Thrin and Maggie, or is it something we can do on our own?
I feel like Lupa would know this. I don't know this. Because they know that Lupa knows that that SILA had been mostly functioning as bait, and occasionally some rapier stuff, but that would not be useful against a monster. Which is not. So, does Lupa feel like they can deal with this technically kind of by themselves with a distraction, or no?
That's a really great question. So in terms of the unlabeled insectoid types that are here in the book, I've got some that are easy danger ratings and some that are hard danger ratings. They are mostly in the complex or difficult category of difficulty. So they're not going to be, it looks like complex is easier to fight with preparation but doesn't require it. Difficult is should only be taken on if you know about the monster, otherwise the battle will be punishing. So there is probably at least a modicum of preparation required here.
Not hard, punishing. You will be punished.
Well, I do have a +1 to any insectoid stuff because I have history, but okay, yeah. So they kind of tilt their head. I think requires a little more people, more supplies, preparation, all that.
Well, I guess we should wait then. She said we didn't have a time limit. She's just going to be getting drunk. I think losing her things has affected her greatly.
Might be her whole business then.
That's what I figured.
Right. And that road's a little ways out of the city anyways.
Well, then what are we going to do in the meantime?
Well, I mean, can pick up a couple supplies for that particular job. Or we'll obviously find a place to stay overnight here for a night or a couple. And, I mean, there are those other jobs.
Are you interested in a goat?
Lupa had been silently offended over how much the goat one was compared to the monster one. Still offended over that. 5
That
crown
goat gives
difference.
a pail of milk every morning.
I mean, it's not my favored type of work. But crowns are crowns.
Well, we do need them. The horses were rather expensive.
Alright. Might as well get more information on it and decide if that's something we want to.
I can always try to find some way to perform and get us some extra crowns as well. Though, to be fair, if I am on a wanted poster, I should probably stay low.
I think you should hold off on the performances for a while.
Yes, unfortunately. All right, I say we go back to Garmillion and Rosant, and let's find a place to stay for the night. And then wait for Maggie and Thrin.
Right.
Who knows what they're up to?
Knowing them, who knows?
Yeah, SILA just laughs, I think, and I think begins to head back toward Rosant and Garmillion.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know where you're all going. Let's talk about this tailing situation.
Yes, hi.
So Konstantin Kowal, who is a person who has collected information on SILA and then now has suddenly left the Grain of Gold, which is a tavern, is walking out into the it's dark now. It's like just becoming full dark in the city, and they're walking down the street, as far as you know, not noticing you at all. What kind of roll are we going to make for you to stay unnoticed?
Maybe the stealth roll.
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm looking here, is there anything for the criminal skill tree that you need to get?
We already did
ready
case the
for?
area, so I already get +2.
Yeah, and practice paranoia isn't going to happen just now.
Yeah.
So we are just to a stealth roll, like you said.
Cool. So there it is, and whatever it is, +2. Unless it's a fumble, in which case then I re-roll. It's always the things you're good at.
Yeah.
You know? It's never the random things. There we go. So 20 total.
Okay, because that's the bonus from doing the case area. Got it.
Yes.
And now I'm going to roll for a general awareness, I think, just to see if this person's going to have any idea of what's going on. What did I roll? I rolled a D0. Okay, that's a cool idea.
Seems
I did
like
that last
he
time,
rolled a
too.
0.
Yeah, but he's
like it's
still not paying enough attention. So he has not noticed you following him, and he's walking through the streets, and he's going quite a ways. So when we entered Tredegor, we were like at the south, and he walks all the way over towards like near the western gate to the city.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this is going to be about a 35, 40-minute walk. Like he's walking for a while.
Ooh.
This is the gate that will go towards Oxenfurt that will also lead towards Novigrad. So the
Cool.
general direction everybody's traveling in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, walking, and then he goes into a stables that's there near that western gate.
Can I... Are the stable doors open?
Yeah, so the way this works is there's like a big stable yard, and it's like there's a part of it that's covered up like a barn, and then there's like a part to walk horses around and so forth. And then there's like an office, and what he's done is gone into the office where maybe you pay to stable your horse or do whatever other transactions you would do in a stable yard.
I think she's just gonna wait because she knows she lied pretty well. So even if he leaves, he's gonna have the wrong information. So I think she's just gonna wait and see what he does.
Now, if I recall, the information you gave them was that 2 weeks ago, SILA had been in Dorian, correct?
Headed south.
Headed south. Okay.
As opposed to the actual way.
Yeah, so like going into Nilfgaard and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, cool. So with that, he leaves after being there for just about 5 minutes, just a short time.
Does he leave on horseback or does he just...
He's actually just reversing and going back the way he came.
Huh.
Sounds like he was having a meeting in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here's the second question. This whole time that Maggie was doing that, was Thrin actually tailing Maggie?
To an extent, because she knows she's really bad at tailing, so she's not going to tail the person we want. She just wants to keep within, eye earshot of Maggie.
Do you believe this was at all stealthy? Like, is Thrin trying to be stealthy?
I feel like rather than stealthy, it was performative. Like, I'm just having a nice stroll. Da, 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 da. Oh, look, maybe like past a couple of vendors on the way, I would pause while, being like Maggie's being sneaky, buy a couple apples for Lucifer, buy
So if we were
flower
gonna have
from the
that,
flower lady.
that makes sense. If that was not necessarily stealth, then what would you like to call it for a roll?
Could I don't know, performance? That sounds like probably. I don't have any points in it, but I feel like that's more Thrin's alley.
I was thinking
I'm
you
gonna
could do
spend-
performance. You could try grooming and style if you want to just like ham it up.
just
I mean, I don't know.
Ham it up. Just be like, I can't really do the hair toss because of the snood, but
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, sure. Let's do grooming and style. Let's see how much of a wonderful, just stylish customer I was to these people on the way.
We all know the real thing is that Maggie is going to notice you no matter what.
Yeah.
So you might as well be noticed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Thrin performs following you at a distance. I would say rather well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like an attempt to remain unnoticed.
Yeah, and then if
that
the
is
guy,
noticeable.
because I don't know where he's going, if he's meeting up with somebody and comes back the same way, he'll probably pass me, but he won't
Right.
notice me being like, oh, let me follow somebody, because I'll just be shopping.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
That's
so
the
now
goal.
I'm going to roll awareness versus your grooming and style for that guy if nothing else happens. So,
Cool.
well,
Hey.
you're right. Not really paying attention. You look like a person who is enjoying buying an apple and a flower.
Yep. I got like a small bouquet of flowers and a couple apples, like a little apple bag.
There you go.
I want to run up the stairs to the office.
Okay, so you go over to the stables office, and
Mhm.
there's a person in there.
Cool.
They're really actually rather young looking, like maybe like 23, 24. Yeah, again, real dark skin, very thin, very like lean, athletic. And they're standing up there at the counter, and they just like look up from something they're writing. How can I help you?
Hi. So, you stable horses here, right?
Yeah, did you have a horse you need stabling?
Yeah, I have like 3. I was just that last guy who walked in here. He seemed fancy. So this is where like the fancy people stable their horses.
Oh, sure. We've got a lot of merchants stable their horses here, some minor nobles, yeah.
Yeah, he was like an interesting character. I want to make sure I'm not stabling my horses with anyone shady. You know what I mean?
We have staff that are here all day long. Their horses are always well watched and cared for.
Right. I'm talking more like in a reputational area.
I would say that as a stables, our reputation is rather good.
I'm sure your reputation's good, yeah. Just wondering about that last guy. Cause like I said, he was like glowering as he left, and like, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
He's like one of them religious types, I think.
Oh, I mean, we get that a lot around here.
Oh yeah? Like
Right, I mean,
Cool. Excellent. Right, so do you have like a written down thing of like your prices and stuff, and I'm going to lean over the counter and see if I can see anything.
yeah, you should do that. As he points to the sign that's to the right, which shows all the prices for all the stabling. So while you're doing that, what do you think this is? Do you think this is an awareness, or do you think this is something different?
I mean, I would do awareness. Why not? Yeah, I would do awareness, and then maybe it's awareness to see and deceit to play it off.
Which one do you think you're more doing? Do you think it's more the deceit that's the strong part here? Because we could go with that. Which one are you better at? Let's do the one you're better at.
I'm equal at both. My intelligence is 1 point better than my empathy, so either one works.
Okay.
I think she
okay.
definitely wants to see. Like, I
Let's
assume
focus on
that he
that.
wrote something down.
Yeah.
If he took a message. So yeah, that's really what she's doing.
Okay, let's focus on that awareness.
Okay. 21.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm good
So
at things.
this person's
I
like
just have a facade
Yeah.
of being bad.
they're pointing at the stables sign where it shows all the pricing,
Uh-huh.
and they're like this. Yes, they have written something down. Here's the additional fun thing. It's some sort of cipher, because you have no idea what these letters are that are written on this page. But yes, there's definitely a cipher in this book.
Cipher. Awesome. Love it. I love ciphers.
Cool.
Oh, it's over there. Yeah, that makes more sense. You wouldn't, like, want to waste your paper handing it out to anyone who came in, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at it.
Turns it to right. Okay.
Yep. And what do I have on me? Wait, do me and Thrin.
Chloroform.
I do. Oh my god, I do have chloroform. Is anybody else in here?
Do it!
Is anyone else in here?
So if I see Maggie going into the stables before you pull out the chloroform, Thrin has a wonderful idea and would also like to go into the stables.
Yes.
Okay. So now we
She
have
can
two
play
people in the
cool.
stables.
Yes.
Yeah. And I wanna talk to somebody here at the stables.
Well, good news. You still have just this one person at the counter. So they say,
Okay.
"Hi, how are you doing?"
Hello, yes. So looks like a lovely stables you've got here. I have a couple questions if you wouldn't mind answering them.
Okay, I'm just going to help her, and then I can help you.
No, I'm reading. It kind of takes me a while, so go on.
Okay, all right. So sure. What kind of questions can I answer for you?
Yes, first of all, I was wondering if you did any sort of courier message services, or if you know any couriers in town. I have a couple letters I need delivered.
Yes, I can definitely do that. What direction is your letter going?
Probably towards east, Nilfgaard.
I'm stealing them.
Oh, all the way into Temeria or into Nilfgaard proper?
Just Temeria.
All right, yeah, we can
Or
do that.
or Skellige. I have some letters. They seem a bit hesitant on the.
I don't think Skellige is a problem at all, but Temeria
Yes.
right now, a little bit of a difficult area, but
We'll
we'll
just
try.
send a letter to Skellige then for now. See, I should have it in my bag somewhere. Also, I was wondering if you have any. See, I've just come into acquisition of a horse recently, and his name's Lucifer, and I'm rather partial to him, and I just want to make sure that he's happy. And so I was wondering if you had any horse tips on how to make sure that he's a very happy horse and loves me.
I'm stealing a cipher while this is happening.
Okay, and when you say stealing a cipher, do you mean you're like ripping the page he was just writing on out of the book, or what does that mean?
I mean, I'm going to, as quickly as I can, I need a key, right? I'm gonna, try and,
Just steal the book.
yeah, I'm just take the book.
You're going to try to take his entire ledger that's here on the desk.
Yep.
Okay, and what is the method in which you're trying to do this? Is this grab the book, run out the door, or is this take the book and he will just magically not notice while he's talking to Thrin?
Yeah, why would he notice while he was talking to Thrin? She's all consuming with the
Okay.
attention.
Okay. So it sounds like what we are relying on here is more the distraction that is being provided by
Yes.
Thrin than the book. Okay.
Oh boy.
Cool. So
And my
Thrin, with your
nimble
excellence.
fingers.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Thrin, it sounds like you need to make some sort of deceit roll here to keep
Oh,
this person
no.
occupied.
Okay.
Oh no.
I love how Thrin's like, oh, I actually have some questions, and Maggie's like, I'm gonna use this.
Wait, that wasn't the plan?
Oh no! I love it though. All right, I'm gonna spend a couple points of luck. I feel like this could go good with maybe some luck. Okay, let's see. Deceit, because she's not the most deceitful.
Crit. That's not bad.
15.
Okay, so 15's not bad. So let's
She's
figure
not
out a roll for
terribly
this guy.
deceitful.
Okay. So you said you want to spend the luck, right?
Yeah, spent 2 luck.
Oh, so you already spent 2 luck?
I
All
did
right.
spend the 2 luck. Yeah, I could spend 2 more and spend all of my luck.
I
Just
mean, honestly, I'm
do
not going to
it.
stop you from spending your luck because that seems to be how luck's intended to work in this game.
It refreshes every session.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
You know, fine, sure, I'll spend the luck, and he'll just be like, where did my book go with this?
Well,
other
I think what happens is
customer?"
you have actually captured his interest because this guy is a horse guy.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, he says, okay, honestly, in my opinion, the thing you should do, he points over to the side. You can see there's an open air area where it leads into the
Mm-hmm.
stables. And he says, the big thing that we always try to do, regular brushing, regular currying of the horses,
Mhm.
really making sure they're clean and they're well taken care of. You
Mhm.
got to watch the hooves. There's actually surprisingly a lot of stuff horses pick up in the city. People wouldn't think it, but the city's actually worse than the roads in a lot of cases.
Oh.
It's not as well maintained. And they're like going through and they say, okay, and here's what we do for our horse feed mixture. It's mostly oats, but we do some dried apple. They really love that. And yada. You
I
get
just got some fresh apples for her.
That's good. That's real good. So you got like a 5-minute pitch that has allowed the time for Maggie to like easily take this book.
Mm-hmm. And I leave.
So
I
this
will
person
go
comes back to
find
the
That's not
somewhere to wait
suspicious
for
at all.
Thrin.
Let me yoink this book and go.
Yeah. So the person who's helping you at the counter, they come back to the counter, they look down for a second, you register like that, like they've got a second of like sheer shock and panic on their face, and they go, okay, well, if you want to stable your horse with us, we can definitely do that. And
Yes, that sounds really lovely.
Thank
I'll
you
have
for
to
your
go fetch
time.
them. Of course.
Don't be
And I'll take a look at the stable prices. You know, just real quick, because she's a fast reader. Makes a note and goes, I'll be bringing my horse and maybe my friend's horse as well for this evening. Thank you.
be suspicious.
As you leave, the door to the office gently closes behind you. You hear a bar being thrown, and then there's some like mildly loud shouting to someone else happening right now.
Oh. What are they saying?
Don't be
Put your ear up against the door. I don't know. They are calling for someone named Juna, and as they say that, it's more like we got to handle something right now.
Okay. Yeah, because Thrin doesn't know.
Yeah.
So she's just like, oh, that seems rather startled. Just leave.
Yeah. I think when Thrin passes by the alley that Maggie's hiding down, she just grabs her and pulls her in.
Very good.
Hello. Hi. Did you do something? He seemed rather perturbed at the end.
I mean, maybe that's just my, the effect of my personality. No, I stole something. I stole something.
What did you steal?
Ledger, there's like a cipher in it. It's like a code. I love codes.
Well, let me take a look. He called out for someone else, a Juna. I'm thinking that might not be great. So let me see if I can just discern anything from this real quick.
Yeah. Well, that's who the guy, the flamey religious type. You talked to that guy, and so I figured he must have given him a message because he wasn't there very long, and he just went back the way he
They
came.
do message courier services.
Good. So I'm gonna flip open to the last page, and then maybe, I don't know, how big is this thing? Is it like small or is it large?
This is like a shop ledger. So like imagine you have an old-fashioned accountancy book. This is what
God.
that is.
Okay, so what if, maybe the keys at the beginning, that would make sense, right?
Okay, let me just let me
Yeah,
look
no,
at this.
I'm gonna let you, I'll help too.
Sometimes a cipher is as simple as like repeating words
Right.
or letters. It might not be something that has a key. It could just be code.
This is more like a cryptographic shorthand. So this is
Okay.
like someone has written words as smaller things. Like it's like trying to read like stenographer shorthand type thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll
So-
flip through, see if I can find anything to help us crack
too.
the case.
I think we're looking at like a reading and taking time to figure out what things are. There's not a key here in the book.
Okay.
So this is somebody who's used to writing this way, has just written their shorthand this way. And so I guess the question is, what role do you think you're using to get this?
Either, I mean, I don't know if streetwise applies to this. I guess otherwise I'd say not seduction, deduction.
Seduction.
Definitely
I'm gonna
seduction.
seduce the book.
seducing
There was a
the
way you
book.
could have used. I feel like we
I'd
are
like
one
to
step away
seduce
from
the
having used
shorthand.
seduction.
Yeah. Deduction.
Education
Makes sense.
or deduction.
Deduction to me
Yeah.
is the skill that
Deduction.
makes the most sense.
Sure.
Let me
I'll
get a
give her a
thingy.
roll.
I'm human. I get the +1. Let me click.
Okay.
So the same.
Okay. you're both doing pretty well with this, right? So you're at the point where it's like there's clearly a pattern. There's a pattern that's here that you will get, but it's going to take you longer than you may want to stand here in this alley holding this book for. So really, it's like, do we want to be doing this for another hour? Because that's about what it feels like.
I feel like we should take this book maybe with us and then
Get some
place
dinner.
it in a place it's going to be found later, like to return it, depending on what we find inside of here. Because if it's all criminal activity, I don't think they should get it back. But if it's just, family notes being sent off to someplace, we might want to return that.
I mean, maybe. So what you're saying is we should grab dinner together and just huddle
we should
over
get
the
food.
candlelight.
We should also probably let Lupa and SILA know.
Right. No, I'm just saying after that we could huddle over
Yes,
the
we can.
candlelight and get real
We'll
close.
need a lot of light. Yes.
Yes.
It's good. Don't read in dim light. It's not good for your eyes.
Right. Wouldn't dream of it. So, to find Lupa and SILA et al. And all the rest of them.
Okay, so a while later, real quick, as you all leave this area, let's do an awareness roll for Maggie and for
Why?
not
everything's
May,
fine.
Thryn. I'm sure everything's fine,
You
and
want us
also
to make a what roll?
it's an awareness roll.
Oh, okay.
Crit!
That's what we want. That's how it
25.
goes.
Not a crit.
Okay, so as you are leaving the alleyway, you do notice one very fast riding horse leaving the stables directly through the west gate. There's a person on its back, and they are short, young. They've got their hair back in a long black braid, and they've got a mid skin tone, like a tan skin tone. That's about what you're able to catch in the 3 or 4 seconds you see them as they go peeling out through the west gate right before it closes for the night.
Cool.
Yeah, so with all that going on, we return to the notice board where there is just a notice that says a fine goat. Did you take down the Witcher quest? Is the Witcher quest pulled off the board?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. You
SILA
don't want
took
any other
it.
Witchers.
SILA took it with her to the spicy duck.
So we are down to a fine goat, a drunken singer. That's it. Okay,
Fine, go
So-
to the drunken singer.
fine goat and a drunken singer. It's like
That's my
8:30.
favorite CBS sitcom.
I mean, considering that's the pitch for the rest of the episode, those are the only 2 things we have left to do. That sounds pretty good.
SILA has her arms crossed and looks over at Lupa and says, "We can go beat up a drunken singer." Or we can go see how fine a goat this is.
Lupa looks to the drunken singer. Why does it? This feels more like a notice to that drunken singer more than anything. Look to the goat one again.
Do we need a goat?
I mean, this isn't. If I understand correctly, the notice is for finding someone's goat, correct?
No, the notice is
No,
there is a
for
goat for
selling a
purchase.
They're
You can
just
buy a
selling
goat
a
Selling
goat.
a
today.
goat.
Okay,
That's
cool.
it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
As Lupa is lost in the goat, not goat, decision that they have to eventually make, down the road is coming Maggie and Thren with a large book.
It's semi-casual.
Yeah, I think I would have here, drape this shawl over it. Make it look like you're just holding a package. Don't
Yeah.
make it look like we have a stolen ledger.
Mhm. Yep.
When SILA sees Maggie and Thren, I think she turns a little bit and gives them a wave. Did you find anything?
Yeah, something just fell into my hands. So the person that I talked to down at the Grain of Gold, yeah, I remember things, I take notes. his name was like Constantine, and he's some like religious-y type. There was like a fire symbol on him. And then he went to the stables, I think, to leave a message. And then I went to the stables and asked a bit, but they were annoying. So I took their book, and there's a code in it.
Lovely. I learned so much about Lucifer. Lucifer.
They were
Well,
super annoying, so I took their book.
I don't know anyone named Constantine. We got a room at an
He
inn.
had sideburns. That's literally the only notes I took on him was Constantine dash sideburns dash after info on SILA. So
Can I look at the code? I think she'll like hold her hands out to look at it.
It's huge. We should go somewhere.
we should go
Okay,
someplace.
yeah, I'm gonna assume that Lupa and SILA did go get a room at an inn. Well, let's go.
Enough
to
time
the-
passed that we probably just walked
Yeah.
by and put down some coin for a couple of nights and then
Yeah.
went to the meetup place again.
You know that it can't possibly be that simple. I had to prep stuff for y'all, so we have to make some choices here. This is
Oh,
important.
great. Okay.
You have all walked around this area of the city extensively now at this point, so I am going to present you with 3 choices.
Okay.
We have a very fancy inn that you saw a sign for. It is extremely nice looking. Everything is like spick and span out front. It was like they had like a swept doorstep and everything like that. It
Damn.
is called the 12 Lanterns. That one is definitely the highest class inn you have seen. The Spicy Duck Tavern you have already been to, but you know that is an option. And you have recently, in this area that is kind of by the South Gate, you passed the Pie and Beer Inn.
Is that the low
Looks-
tier?
Yes, so that is the lowest tier. It does look fine. It looks
What's it
fine, but not with a
called?
Y, just a normal okay. Pie and Beer Inn.
Pie and beer?
We
There was
can't-
a sign that used to be there that has been replaced with a sign that says Pie and Beer.
We can't stay at Spicy Duck because Lupa's allergies.
I know, but I want to stay at.
I do
too.
Lupa, I mean, Lupa would suffer through it. Like, they would.
If we can just get takeout from the Spicy Duck. I just really want Indian food at this point.
Yeah.
Let's be real here.
I think pie and beer is fine. We've stayed at worse.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's where Lupa and SILA would have gotten us some rooms.
Look, it wasn't like super sketchy in terms of the people there.
Yeah, if it was fine, then that's where we would have gotten rooms.
Okay, so let's flash back to real quick, Lupa and SILA
It's
checking
not
out Pie and
fine.
Beer
It's
Inn.
not.
So the Pie and Beer Inn, first off, as I said, the sign has been taken down and it has been replaced with a sign that says Pie and Beer. In like the clearest, just like I painted with a paintbrush on this sign, Pie and Beer. And so with that, the building has been repainted recently. And this is not the kind of repainting where it's been like spruced up. This is the kind of repainting that you do to cover up graffiti. So there is like a patch that has now been painted over and another patch that has been painted over. The windows are the kind of thing where the glass is no longer there and they've got the waxed paper on the inside. But when you walk up, it smells like beet pie and beer.
SILA looks at Lupa and is like, well, at least they're living up to their name.
Straightforward advertising.
SILA's going to go up to like the
Sorry.
bless you.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Bless
I
you.
didn't mute myself fast enough.
SILA's going to go up to like the host or the person behind the counter.
Okay, so you open the door. First off, it smells good. There's a clean common room that's right here with like 4 tables. There's one person in the corner and they have a very large mug of beer and nothing else. There's a person behind the counter. So just real quick, before I fan cast this, I gotta say the guy that I fan cast this with looks exactly like Carlos Luna, just so we're clear. Carlos has like the exact same face as Joey Vieira, and I'm very happy with this. 'Cause he's
I'll
one of my
get
favorite people.
Serena to tell him when we play our game later.
That's right. But
So-
this person is also a dwarf in this game, so I'm not picking on Carlos in any way, just so we're clear. So
Carlos
the
the dwarf. Got it.
Carlos, the dwarf for Carlos. So, anyways, the proprietor of this particular establishment is a dwarf. They are wearing, like, they dressed up nice. Like, they've got on, like, a nice red shirt, and they've got on nice pants. And then over that, they've got their apron. But there is no one here at all. So you walk in, they look excited to see you. They walk up towards the counter, and they say, "How can I help you?"
We're interested in securing some rooms.
Yeah, definitely. I've got rooms.
We need 5. We're gonna, because she's gonna get 1 room for each of us, and then make Rosa and what's his name share.
Garmelon.
Carmelon share. Yeah.
I have exactly 5 rooms. That's perfect. I couldn't. Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Then perfect. We need them for. And she looks at Lupa. How long do you think we'll be here?
How long were we in Dorian? Cut it in.
Yeah.
Look, I can't do rooms by the hour or anything like that. If that's what you're going to ask, I don't want to.
No.
Oh no. We at least 2 nights.
2 nights.
Oh, yeah.
And if we stay any longer, we'll of course pay.
Okay, great. No problem. Yeah. Do you
Lupa,
want dinner?
Yes, dinner would be great.
Okay. Do you? Okay. Yeah. Great.
We'll come back with some friends who are part of our group.
Okay.
Is it usually this quiet around here?
We like the quiet, is what we're saying. If it is usually this quiet, it's great.
It's usually this quiet.
Oh, wonderful then. That's great for us.
Okay.
Human perception, this guy, like, I
Yes.
can't tell if he's just very awkward or just like...
Yes. And what kind of bonuses do you get for dealing with dwarves? Any at all?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
Cool.
I mean, it's only if he knew about me that might have helped, but no, I'm
That's
just
fair.
gonna...
That's fair.
I just wanna see what this guy's... Nope, I
That makes
should have
sense.
expected that.
SILA is just blindly trusting. I'm not going to human perception.
The chances are this guy really likes pie and beer. You got that.
Yeah, Lupa's just like, I don't get what this guy's deal is, but okay.
Our friends will be along with us later. We'll have dinner and stay at your beautiful establishment.
Okay, I can't wait to see you all later. That sounds great.
Do you want pay up front or?
You know, I would say yes, but if you want to just pay when your friends come, that's fine.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And your name is?
My name is, let me switch my document real quick. Arter Vagels.
Well, it's wonderful to meet you.
Okay, so I will be here when you come back, and
Well,
we'll have dinner.
hopefully. Yes, you will be.
I mean, the
And
building's
yes.
not good.
SILA smiles at him.
Okay. So I guess now we flash cut to when everybody walks back in to get their
Mhm.
dinners. Okay.
With
So this
my totally
Like
casual
in the exact same thing.
shawl over book
Okay.
thing.
There is now nobody in the dining room. The person with the very large mug of beer has left. So this person is like literally waiting at the counter when you show up.
Hello, good to see you again.
Hi,
These are our friends.
I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for coming back. By the way, outside, you know how we talked about it being painted over and so forth? There is new fresh graffiti on the front wall.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it says something unkind about dwarves that we're not going to repeat.
Oh.
No. Well.
Oh, okay, now
fuck this.
I get what
fuck
this.
this city. We're staying here. This
That's
is
right.
our.
That's right.
I was just like, okay, I don't know where it's going. Oh, okay, now I get where this is going.
Fuck all of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, SILA sits down and is just like, we've been looking forward to this dinner all day.
Well, good news, I have dinner. It's dinner. That's something we can do. Yeah. I will be right back. I've got pie and I've got beer. I'm hoping that's all you're gonna ask for.
Sounds perfect.
Just like this ain't a trap, right?
I love pie and beer. That sounds fantastic. Thank you.
What part of it would be the trap?
Nothing. Pie and beer, yeah, it's fine. It's not weird in here.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
not weird in here. So
Goes in the back room,
Does
comes back.
advertise pie and beer right on the front.
no, I saw it. It's just I don't know. If I was gonna spring an ambush, I'd pick this place.
So there's like 6 very large, for any of you really, like pork pies that come out, just like big hot water crust
It's like
pies.
6 very large for any of you men who just walk in.
That would also be good. Yeah. So, and then comes back with, again, 6 very large mugs of beer.
Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Sure, you're welcome. And I will be right there behind the bar, like 20 feet away if you need anything.
Wonderful. When he's gone, SILA is going to like look at Maggie and be like, let me see the ledger.
Hold on, I do
Tear
have to
into
roll
this pork
practice
pie and
paranoia real quick. 22. I'm sure it's fine.
Well, the good news is it's pie, it's beer.
Mhm.
There's
Is
no
it some good
chloroform or
beer?
poison in anything. Yeah, all the ninjas have gone home for the night. Nothing's going
We're
to drop on
so
you.
paranoid.
Okay, I'm
SILA's not
eating.
paranoid. SILA trusts this.
It's just I just stole
understand.
something, so
While Maggie's eating, SILA's taking bites, and I think I want to roll deduction on the code.
Okay, let's do that.
An 18.
Nice.
Okay, so you're all like in that bracket of success, and I think what's happening is just like you're all going to have to kind of compare notes a little bit while you eat food, and you've definitely got it. It's just taking you time to work out what all of the letters are.
Yeah, I think she's working alongside Thrin and Maggie and trying to work out whatever this code that Constantine sent was.
Yeah. And so a little while later, you figured it out. It's basically a coded version of the exact thing that Maggie just told this person, which says that it just says like she was spotted in Dorian 2 weeks ago, heading south.
Does it say who the message is going to?
Nope.
Damn it.
Oh, actually, you know what? This is a courier service. It would have to, right? Sorry. what am I
Yeah.
thinking? Yeah, it has to. Why would it not tell you
Was
who it's
it going
to?
to Hans?
Well, that's a really good question. Let me scroll around in this document to figure out what everybody... Okay, this person doesn't have a last name, so we're just going to have to go with Eldon.
Yeah.
Is that the,
Yeah, I guess
is
that's
that
all we
the
need.
fiance?
Yeah.
In Novigrad. The message is going there.
Yeah, Silas sees that and just sinks lower in her seat. Just down. Just down. And her face turns stark white and she just doesn't say anything.
You know this Eldon person?
Yes. I do.
Do they want you dead?
Maybe.
They
SILA.
might now. Alden's my fiance.
Well, he's about to go sniffing the wrong scent, so... I mean, the trail, he's gonna follow the wrong trail. Got it.
That's good. I appreciate that. Oh, goodness. Okay. That also means he has men out looking for me.
Well, at
But
least
these
the
posters.
one.
I think we should... Maybe going to Novigrad's a bad idea. Maybe we should not go there.
I mean, we could always just head to Aiden. I haven't been...
What about we go to Thren's home? That's very far away.
Do you really
Gonna
want to
get
go
is
to...
a
You wanna go
good
to
distance
Skellige?
away. They have great beer as well.
Skellige just seems like a very far place away right now. Far away from my troubles.
I mean, it's far away from, like, all our troubles. I don't know, unless Lupa's gotten up to something there in the past. How old are you? Century?
Over 200 years old.
Sure. Fine. Wink. Sure. I refuse to believe anybody's that old.
Ow!
Right. So,
Just,
Novigrad's out. Fuck Novigrad. Never liked it. Never liked it. We could
perhaps
go...
it would be. Have you tried formally cancelling your engagement?
I thought pretending I was dead was enough of a formal cancellation.
I mean, that's not really a formal. That's more just running away from your problems and not confronting them.
Right, that's what she
Isn't that
said.
enough?
Yeah,
Isn't
no.
that enough of a cancellation?
Yeah.
Maybe he thought someone put you up to it, or someone faked it for you.
Or maybe that you're in love with switching accents again. Maybe that you're in love with just someone else. Anyone particularly striking and charismatic.
I mean, I did run away with you, darling.
That's right. Maybe he wants me dead. That would be fun. I'd love to see him try.
I would too.
From what you've described, I think I'd kick his ass. It'd be great. If you have anyone in your past, friend, that you want me to have a talking with, I can. Definitely doesn't look at Lupa. Kind of looks away from Lupa. Away from
No, I
Lupa.
think I'm all right. I mean, most of them are dead by now. That would cause me any problems. So
Cool. And
and the others I like.
mhm.
So
I don't think I have to worry about anyone from Lupa's past. I mean, killing them, sure, as we've recently seen, but yeah. So
Didn't you want to see your family, SILA?
I do, and I think that they can possibly help us with some of Maggie's problems, but
we could get into Novigrad's a huge city. We could get in there without running into anybody to do with what's it, Elden, dumb name, without setting off any alarm bells.
all right, if you say so. Just have to keep a low profile and hope that maybe Thrin is right. Maybe I should just talk to him and just be like, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to be married. I mean, it didn't work the first time, but maybe
had some time to think about it, and if that doesn't work, then we can all have a talk with him.
All right, yeah, what she said.
I like that. Yeah, that sounds.
Wait,
sounds
did you mean an
wonderful.
actual talk, friend?
It would definitely start that way, at least.
Yeah, no, most of the good interactions in my life also start with a very brief talk. Like, very brief.
As the way, with how the land is right now, and the fact that Nilfgaard's knocking on the door, and back down the way we would go was anywhere else. Probably better to, if you're to choose between two different things to run away from, I'd choose the kingdom over the slighted fiancé.
Yeah. No, I understand. It's just.
I pass SILA the rest of my beer.
Yeah, she downs it like immediately.
Definitely partly backwash, so enjoy.
It's fine. She doesn't care.
We are besties.
Now I know you're having a private conversation, but Arter appears at your shoulder, like
Ah!
he's just like been waiting. He's like, "Hey, I got you another beer.
Oh, thank you. You're
Let me just take that empty one for you." Okay, great. Go. Pardon me, and just walks off with that.
Don't spy on us.
I like him.
I do as well, and the beer is quite good.
I really do enjoy him.
As all this is happening, Looper kind of wants to be listening outside of the tavern. They kind of want to hear if anyone else comes by to vandalize,
Yeah.
because they want to have a talk.
Yeah.
If anyone shows up to do more shitty things.
Let's go ahead and make that an awareness roll that just
and-
is not a fumble.
Hans, I think Maggie's flipping back further in the cipher now that we figured it out, just to see like what kind of stuff is in here.
Okay. I think we're now.
Wow. I'm gonna re-roll that.
That's cool.
Gonna re-roll it.
Hey.
There we go.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay, so we'll deal with Lupa's thing in 1 second, but you posed an interesting question here. So here is what I'm going to propose to you. In the same way that SILA has a return act and raise a crowd and so forth type skill, I think that you need to make some sort of roll to start gaining intel in a spy ring. It's something that you should be good at. I'm looking through your skills to see like what this would be.
Streetwise?
Yeah, that makes some sense. But I was wondering, like, is there a criminal skill tree skill that says, like, hey, I figured out all your secrets already? Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking too. Well, I mean, the only thing I can think of is probably weak spot, but that's like super specific. That identifies the target's valued possession or person, so.
Yeah. You know whose skill tree actually emphasizes this is Thrin.
Oh.
There's actually a skill tree for mages for the politician. I
Yeah,
think this
the
is like a
politician.
scheming roll. Do you have any points in that?
I do not. I've gone hard on the Archmage.
Okay. So I'm going to say what you have here is you have a large, like, book of actionable intel, but, like, no clear lines to draw who it goes
Now,
to.
I have 2 IP. I could gain scheming real quick.
I mean, you literally can do that. That is something you can do. So I think the thing is right now, like for Maggie, you could like look at all this stuff, but your area of expertise right now is not in this kind of political capital.
Yeah.
I guess you could make a streetwise roll as you encounter somebody to use it, but you don't have like a real mechanized thing for it there in your skill tree.
True.
So let's say right now, if you want to make another, I think you're going to have to make a social etiquette roll if you're trying to find someone that's specific for it.
A social etiquette roll.
I know, I'm looking through. I'm thinking like, which is
Neat.
a skill that tells you what people you can blackmail? Is it education? Is it social etiquette?
Oh, you know what? I don't care about any of that. I am looking for the Vols.
Okay, you're going to
Duh.
look specifically for the name
Yeah.
Vol. Okay. Yeah. You've got
Duh,
one
Lauren.
dispatch in there. That's easy. We can do that.
Yeah, I know what I care about. I'm not blackmailing anyone. I know what I want.
That's super fair. So you've got one dispatch. It's very brief. It is from Magda Vol,
Uh-huh.
and it is going to, I am totally flipping back and forth, to Eleanor Vol. And it says funds needed for upkeep of Eastern Wing. Please send 1,000 crowns. I think Redanian uses crowns, right? Did I get that wrong?
No, they do.
Okay. Yeah, Redanian crowns, yep.
So from daughter to mother?
Yep. Dear Mom, send me 1,000 crowns to fix up the joint.
Where's Mom at?
Oh, it's going to Novigrad.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, that's all I care about in that book.
Cool. But it is a large book of actionable intel for
Yeah.
someone with the right connections.
Cool.
Yeah, I think if we keep this around, depending on what you're doing here in Redania, you guys could probably use this for some of the bard tree stuff, some of the mage politician stuff, if you were trying to like work on specific people.
Sweet. I will look into more skill tree things. Cool. Yep, that's it for me.
Okay, good stuff.
Lupa, what do you hear?
What do I hear?
Yeah, you hear something that sounds rotten and fruit-like hit the side of a building like a piece of wood, and now you hear the sounds of someone urinating on said building.
Oh God.
I know.
Okay.
People are the
this-
worst.
Yeah, Lupa is finishing the rest of their beer in one go, trying really hard not to slam it down on the counter, just for the sake of our dear friend here, and then just like standing up and walking to the door, not really telling the others what they're doing.
Yeah, I think Thryn would pick up on this type of thing though, and kind of like hold up her and Lupa's mugs and go, "Can we get another round, please?" Just
Yeah, there's like maybe a second where Arter catches eyes with Lupa or looks towards Lupa. I don't know if there's actual eye contact there. They look worried. And then you call and they like
yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
distraction for the.
and they go over and start they just like sputter and go over and start filling 2 mugs of beer.
Thank you.
So
Lupa is marching out there.
okay, you have now marched out there. There is a not super tall, kind of wide, balding on top person who is leaning up against the wall like this and urinating.
Yep.
And they are now done. Okay, so let me make an education check to see if I can tell that you're not a monster.
First one we've had to do.
That's 0. Okay. The person does not manage handling laces or anything like that well. Scream yells, falls over, and begins like muddily mushing himself down the like side street, and is now full on running away from you.
Cool. Is he the only one around?
Yes, yep. Just that person who thinks it's okay to do that to a building that's owned by a dwarf.
Cool. I think just watches where he goes. Just kind of seeing, like, not following, but like seeing what area he goes to.
He runs down the street, turns a corner as soon as possible, and is gone.
You're like
Okay.
thinking Jason Voorhees just like standing there, and next time he turns a corner, you're gonna pop up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So Lupa just notes that, looks around, glares at anybody who is in any vicinity around here because they don't know.
Many people walked by and saw this happening and did nothing.
Give them all a glare, and then walks back inside.
So that happens.
Yep.
And Arter is like walked over your table with 2 big beers and put them on the table and makes nervous eye contact with you and walks back to the bar without saying anything.
Thank you very much.
I think as like Lupa comes back in and things are sort of winding down, SILA, they have their things, and SILA looks up at Arter and takes out her mandolin and is just like, Arter, do you want to hear a song?
That's fine. I like music, yeah.
Yeah, I think she plays Maggie the cat.
Yes.
I can't remember the lyrics to it, and I don't have them pulled up easily, but I think she sings her Maggie the cat song.
I'll find them. Don't.
Find them for me and I'll sing it. I don't know where they are.
They're in the Discord.
But yeah, I think she sings that, and she like sings Thryn's song. She sings some songs for Arter, tells some poems and stories. She like puts on a bard show just for Arter, because she likes him and he's being very hospitable to them.
Okay.
And she knows how shitty people are being to Arter, and she hates that.
So here's a question. Are you doing anything skill-wise? Are you trying to make anything happen?
She's not. She doesn't want him to pay her. No, she's doing it just for Arter, out of the good of her heart.
Do you want people out in the street to hear this and think this would be a good place to come in and have a beer?
Just don't say who you are. I mean,
Yeah, I think so. Some way to make this like a reputable place. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to make either a raise a crowd or a busking roll?
I'll make a busking roll.
Okay.
While this is all happening,
A
is there
19.
Is there a can of paint somewhere?
Oh yes, there is a can of paint somewhere. I do
Okay.
believe it is directly behind the bar.
You know what? Lupa's just gonna grab it while SILA is singing, and is gonna walk out and like very casually put paint over this the vandalism.
Okay, so you have painted up the vandalism, and there is the small like rotten tomato mark, and there is like the urination that is. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
very
I can't
cleanupable.
really do anything about those.
I think Fern would get a bucket of water and just kind of like dilute.
Yeah, it's done. It's clean. It
Friend.
looks good again.
Friend,
Yes, Maggie.
SILA is playing my song. Do you wanna dance to it with me?
We can.
It's
I
a
just-
jig. It's high
Just,
energy.
like dump the rest of the bucket real quick.
Yeah, no, Lupa, you got it right, Lupa. You got it. Which, yeah, gonna just hold out my arm to Thread.
Imagine
Yes,
while that's
so
all going on, Gromelin is pulling their hood lower.
She sings, "This is the song of Maggie the cat. This is this and that is that sort of woman you dare not cross, and if you do, hands on your purse. Her blade is still and cold as ice. When she jumps, she won't think twice. Here she comes, heed my advice. Speak your piece, keep it concise. This is the song of Maggie the cat. This is this and that is that. She'll never fail, she'll never cheat. She will always land on her feet."
Yes. And I do it very athletically. It's an athletic jig.
I would say the consequence of all this is, with everything being so lively, the front being clearly taken care of, not everyone in town is as racist as everyone else. So with that, several people have come into the bar and they are now enjoying a drink. Arter does not know what to do, almost. Like, he's actually quite fine at the bar, but this is more humans than he's had to interact with any time recently. And there are now several people enjoying beers and pies and so forth at this point.
SILA
Pies are
just wants
very good,
Otter.
aren't they?
She wants Otter to have a night of pay. Like she wants him to have a good night.
I'm gonna go hide the book when people start coming in.
You have 5 rooms after all.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide the book.
Okay, when you go upstairs to do that, by the way, there are 6 rooms, so 5 of them are yours and 1 is not. So as you are making this busking, I have a proposal for you, Katie. Are you interested in just taking the total of that busking roll and moving it into Arter's coffers?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do that, and we'll resolve whatever else happens on later on. But everything's going great. He's having an excellent night here in the tavern. And now we have reached like around 9:30. And we get 2 more people coming in who are also dwarves. I have to switch several pages of things here.
How many NPC pages do you have, Han?
Oh my god, you do not. It's still just the standard 4 spreadsheets worth of people. And of course, every town I have to over-prepare in case you want to talk to anyone. And it continues to pay off.
Because we do.
We love talking to people in this game.
I wouldn't want to talk to people, really, right? I mean, me, but other people like talking.
See, there's a difference
So-
between talking to people in-game and
Yeah.
talking to people elsewhere.
So we've got 2 like fairer skinned dwarves that are coming in. Like, they have like a light farmer's type tan. They're both brown haired. The daughter has like short hair. The other one's older, and they've got like long white hair that's kind of wavy, and they've got the little beard. If you know who Clancy Brown is, he's the visual for this particular ad.
Yeah.
But the 2 of them walk in, and they're sitting up at the bar. The daughter looks not very interested in being here. They're both very surprised by there being music. And they're sitting here and they have a beer each, and they're like both poking at a pie together. So
Good.
all that's
We'll
going
leave
on.
them alone and let them enjoy their evenings and their lives.
There we go. Good stuff. So performance continues. Is there any other action stuff we want to do tonight in the Pie and Beer Inn?
Is Gromelin drinking?
Gromelin is present in front of a large mug of beer and maybe has taken like 2 sips.
Okay. Yeah, Thrin's just curious. She's like, is it a Carmelin thing? Do Dopplers not drink much? Like, she's just her scholar's brain doesn't shut off very easily. So she just make a note of that. Just,
Do you think you are
observe.
deducing, or do you think you are monster loring, or do you think you're awarenessing?
Maybe, I don't think monster loring per se. Maybe just more deduction or awareness either.
I mean, I guess you could do human perception too if you'd rather.
They're all about they're about the same.
The only reason I ask is because I think Gramelin is the kind of person who is watching you watch them, and so you should probably make a roll.
Okay, we'll do human perception then.
That's
Just
fair.
to
That seems
feel like
like it makes
that's
sense.
a watching you, watching me, watching you type roll.
Mhm.
Nice.
Oh, they did not do as well as I expected, but that was them
Oh.
also human percepting back at you.
Uh-huh.
So they haven't noticed that you're watching them, and they're just like, I think the thing that makes them moody right now is that you all know they're a Doppler, and so it doesn't make it as much fun to go around pretending to be people here in this bar.
Uh-huh.
Who does Grimelin look like right now?
Well, right now, remember, they are wearing an oversized Jedi-style robe with the hood
Mhm.
pulled down like really low.
Damn it, Hans.
But additionally, the last time you saw them, they were dressed or looking like Contralt.
Okay. Ruins
Okay.
my mood every time.
We're just ruining some of his fun is all.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rosen's just like sitting there, like being very attached to Gramelin because that seems to be what they have been charged with. And they've had like a mug and a half of beer, but
Mhm.
they're also a stout Tamarian farm boy. They can handle it.
Yeah. I think Thrin's on like mug 2.5. She likes beer. I think she's gonna spend the evening mostly chatting with Rosent and Gramelin because we've been traveling a lot, and
Mhm.
make them feel included in this happy bar gathering.
Yeah.
Mm.
So Rosen remains like fairly peppy and doesn't talk a lot about personal life as a general rule. Does she like, just keeps things real surface level. Seems to be how Rosen goes. Gramelin right now, very moody, not minding the large crowd of people, but again, like not having fun in this atmosphere of like, if I was to go around impersonating people, you all would be upset.
I don't think Thrin would be, but she knows some of the others might. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she'll do her best to try to perk him up. Get another beer for Rosent.
Yeah. So that part goes well. If there were like darts or games, they would probably go play a
Yeah.
game, but there's not because this bar isn't used to having that many people in it.
Yeah. She'll teach them the Skellige game with the knife in the hands.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Skellige game.
It's such a game that Skelligers would have invented. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, 5 is so many fingers. You don't need all those.
You don't need all
Yeah.
those fingers. Yeah, I think at some point Maggie wants to talk to Gramelin, but it doesn't need to be at this time.
Is that at some point tonight, or is that at some point in
Probably
the future?
at some point tonight, because I mean, I'm assuming we're updating people about everyone about the Witcher contract. And is there anything else? Because like on our list is like that Witcher contract, and
At some point, SILA probably fills the both of you in that she and Lupa went to investigate and found out that it was an insectoid. And that's probably what, if that was cool with the two of you, that's what we'd work on tomorrow, like in the morning.
yeah. I think the only other thing that's like on the to-do list in Tretogor is to go talk to the balls. So I think what Maggie wants to do is just to make sure that Gramelin like see how much Gramelin actually knows about Connie. Like obviously he can look and talk like him, but like making sure that he knows at least a little because he was hired by him. So presumably Connie told him something.
So Gramelin has like pulled back the hood a little bit just so the eyes and face are visible while he's talking to you, and he says, look, I know that this is not what you're going to want to hear now, but I'm extremely perceptive and I like to gather information about people. And if I was to spend a long time around someone, I'm probably going to pick up not only most of their personal affectations, but almost anything they say about themselves, I will catalog.
So you got like family member names.
Right. I mean, he has what? 4 siblings, right?
Yes. 4. She says
And I'm totally wrong.
confidently.
First off, it's supposed to be 2, and then whatever Maggie is. I said that
Wait,
wrong.
no,
So
it's 3.
let me backtrack.
There are 2 boys, Magda, and...
Right. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yes. I was counting this wrong because I realized that Contralt's in a different part of this list. So that's my fault. You're right. Okay. So he says he's got like what? 4 siblings. Yes.
No.
Magda, his sister.
Yeah.
Well, whatever's going on with you. And 3 then, if you want to say that.
Not his
And he's
sister.
Anyways, he's got 2 older brothers. He's got
Right.
an older sister, and then there's
Yeah.
him.
And then the mom and dad.
Yes, mom and dad as well. Is that it? That seems...
No, like, I mean, has he told, like, anything like personal?
Well, you have to remember, he was exiled from the family. He was disowned for being a mage. So he didn't have a very close relationship with his siblings as far as I could tell. I never met his sister while his sister was around. His brother Joseph is somehow very important, being some sort of courtly person in some way. I could manage that with some effort, but I'm not very familiar with Redanian court customs. Hopefully they're as boorish and unkempt as all the other human nobles. And Egon, I don't know. I got a feeling that Egon was more of a puncher than an actual noble, like might be out to go hunt a boar or like kill a man in cold blood for no reason, but not so much into, say, ruling as one should be. This is again a value judgment, but I feel like most humans are interested in killing more than anything else.
Great, so you're saying you basically could bullshit your way through a conversation. That's really all I'm
Are you saying
asking.
could I pretend to be controlled? Because I could pretend to be controlled very easily.
Yes.
Would you like me to do the controlled voice as well? I'm just avoiding it right now because I feel like you don't like that.
I don't like that.
So no. No, I should continue doing this voice instead.
No, I guess when you're talking in public, you should probably do Connie's voice if you're going to look like him.
He was not the kind of person to hang out in Tredegor. Again, he was exiled from the entire kingdom. He wouldn't have wanted to be here.
You know, do whatever you think is best. I was just trying to make sure that we're going to be okay while we're here.
Well, if this is a matter of sabotage and subterfuge, I suppose is what I'm looking for, I can sound like Control now if that's what you want. Is this better? Should I just continue being Control now?
I'm alright. I think I'm going to go to
Fine.
sleep.
Fine. Enjoy your sleep.
I fucking hate that
Should I
guy.
continue saying things like Control would like that? Have a good sleep, Maggie. I'm sure I'll see you again. We have unfinished business.
I really don't like that. Maggie really doesn't like it. She really doesn't like it. She definitely pauses.
I don't think either of you guys like it. Which
None of
makes
us
it...
like this relationship.
Internally in Gramellin's head, there's like a little chippy Gramelin like doing a dance like this.
Yeah. She thinks about punching him, but decides not to. And is just going to walk away.
With that, Gramelin like pulls his hood back almost all the way so that everybody can see Control. It's like curly ginger locks and everything like that, and says,
But he doesn't
"Well,
have the bad
unless-"
haircut.
No, he has the good haircut. And with that, he's looking at her and says, well, unless, say, Rosen wants to tuck me in, I'm going to go to bed as well. I will see you all in the morning. And Rosen looks at Lupa. All right, I'll go. Rosen
Yeah,
walks up the stairs after.
SILA peeps up. Go tuck him in.
Yeah, great.
Good boy. Good road.
And up the stairs the boys go.
Oh,
So
boy.
it's getting kind of late. The bar has, like, you know, after the performance, maybe things have started to calm down a little bit. People have exited. The dwarven pair have gone out. Most of the drinkers are out. Like, no one seems to want to be here, like, to be the last one. So they kind of leave as a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think when everything calms down. What's the dwarf's name again? I forgot it already.
Ardor.
Ardor. Yeah, she goes over to Ardor, and I think she has like some tips that people gave her directly, and she sets them down on the bar, and she says, "This is for you, Ardor. I wanted you to have a wonderful night and help your bar a little bit."
He says, yeah, I don't even know what to do with all this. Thanks so much for all the help. How would I just put this towards your room?
That's fine, as long as it goes toward you and your bar.
All right, well, thanks very much. That's really appreciated. And I hope you get some sleep tonight.
Thank you, you as well.
Yeah.
And I think she looks toward Lupa and Thrin and says, speaking of sleep, that's where I'm going. See the both of you in the morning for our
Have a good
cot
night.
hut. Yeah, Sila's going to head to her room.
Okay. How about Lupa? Is Lupa going to room?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. And Thrin?
Yeah, Thrin will go. I think she's in a weird spot. So she's gonna get one more beer and then go to bed.
Okay. So let's flash cut to 1 a.m.
Oh, great.
Why?
where there is loud, like imagine if you were a pretty good singer like Katie, but you decided that you wanted to
Oh my
screech at the
God.
top of your lungs instead. And you did this directly in front of all of your rooms, which again are waxed paper and not glass.
I was wondering how he phrased that. I hope you get some sleep tonight. Okay.
Yes. So imagine that you have a person literally caterwauling outside of your window at the height of their very well-trained potential. Like they're a good singer if they wanted to be, and they're not doing one right now. They are screaming at you while you sleep.
Cool. Well, Lupa only meditates, so like it's immediately like the ears just go. Hey!
Sila
Maggie,
will, of course, wake up.
yeah, Maggie opens
Yeah.
like the window, topless probably. What the fuck?
I think Thrin had probably about 2 to 3 beers too many. And so this is like slightly drunk Thrin, and she does not appreciate being woken at 1 a.m. So she opens her window, and I think just in elder speech, because that's what people in Skellige, that's their native tongue, is just gonna start just, what the fuck do you think you're doing out here? Do you know what hour it is? There was a sign. Did you not read the notice board? People would like it if you would just shut your trap hole and not sing ever.
So just so we're clear, all of your windows, all the rooms are on one side of the inn. So all your windows are going out on the same like street, which is the
Awesome.
main street that you're all looking at.
Yeah.
Additionally, you are not the only people yelling right now. Most of the neighbors are also yelling, and it is not doing anything. This person is standing in the middle of the street with their arms stretched out like this, and they are yelling loudly.
Oh my
Okay,
do they look like?
Sila is going to hearing the commotion, something like Sila's going to stop down the stairs.
Watch them be cursed to caterwaul every night at 1 a.m. until dawn.
Who
And
would go
like,
around cursing people? That would be terrible.
Sila
That'd be
is
an awful
stopping
curse.
down the stairs and walking outside and getting a look at this person. Do they seem drunk or something?
Well, so you've gone all the way down to the street.
Yes, Sila's
Okay.
stopped outside because she heard Thrin and Maggie yelling, and then has heard the commotion because you said there's wax, so she can hear through it.
Oh yeah,
It's wax
everyone
paper.
can hear this. This is
Yeah.
this is again like if Sila decided to do this, this is how loud she would be.
Yes, so she's stomping downstairs. Does the person look drunk? Like, did they look like there's anything wrong with them?
They do look drunk. They do look like they're holding a bottle of something that's like a strong schnapps type liquor, like a large bottle of a fairly potent distilled liquor.
ooh.
They are wearing a white, like a laced blouse. I think Sila's got an outfit kind of like this, but this is the white version, and a black vest that's like a corset fitting type vest. I think it's probably corset, I'll stop talking. But long story short, they are wearing the color shift version of Sila's outfit because they are probably also a trained singer, but they are also holding a bottle of schnapps. They have short, curly black hair. Mia Kirshner is the face claim for this.
Ooh.
And again, like I put on makeup this morning, but I have now also been crying in the street for an hour and yelling. So it is like a runny version of mascara at this point. Yes, looks drunk, very loud, screaming in the street.
Sila
Nice.
just looks at them and goes, "Oi, what the fuck are you doing?"
She's got like some plum cordial. Like just,
Yeah. Most
Ugh.
people have been yelling some version of what Sila is yelling right now, so it does not deter them at all.
She's going to get in their face and just go, "We need you to shut up."
She takes a breath and goes, "Not now, right now. I'm a little busy," and continues into like another big thing.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are you singing for?
Wait like 10 seconds for the like piece to end, and comes in, because he doesn't love me and there's no point in not singing, and I am very well trained, as you can see, because, and then continue singing.
Who is he? Maybe I can help you.
I think we are at the point of a roll.
Good, because Maggie's
see this
getting
being-
dressed and getting the chloroform.
Can
Yeah,
can I persuade?
Persuasion is probably the right speed for this, yeah.
20.
Nice.
Is real good. Let's try to make a roll while we're drunk. I think this is going to be like a -4 for them. They're going to go along with it. They're like, how are you going to help me?
You need to tell me what's going on. When you're screaming like that, you're not solving anything. You're pissing people off. What is going
know.
on? Well, then tell me what's going on. First off, what's your name?
First off, my name is Leonore Povor. And second off, I'm going to make a... Let's look real quick in the Witcher rules to see how we overcome being incredibly drunk. This has got to be a condition of some kind. I would be very disappointed if the Witcher
Well, I'm
game
pretty
didn't
sure
have
there
rules
is
for this.
Condition.
Okay. I know you're super good at this, Lindy, so if you catch it before me, just let me know.
Intoxication. You're drunk. You're
Yes.
stumbling drunk. Your reflexes, dex, and int are all at a -2, and you're at -3 for verbal combat. There's a 25% chance you won't clearly remember everything you did while you were intoxicated.
And I want to see how I clear it is the big thing. That would be real
Oh,
nice.
like wives' tears or time.
Yeah. And so what do we think the skill is for overcoming being drunk for a few minutes to have a conversation?
I mean, you can have a conversation. You're just not going to be great at verbal combat.
My computer connection's blowing up, so that's me. But I'm thinking, what are the chances that they are too drunk? That's what I'm trying to mechanize.
Mm-mm.
Well, intoxication's stumbling drunk. So if they're more drunk than that, they might be, like, unconscious.
Yeah, so what do you think that is? Do you think that's a courage roll to not be too drunk to fall over?
What about like endurance?
Yeah.
Yes,
probably
endurance is
more of
perfect.
endurance.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Appreciate that.
Endurance or physique.
Yep, that's literally what I'm
Them
looking for. Thank you so
body.
much there.
Them body
Okay.
rolls.
I don't think endurance is going to go very well. Okay, I got a 15. I think they're going to do fine. So with that, Leonore Povor says, if you must know more, I will tell you more about me. And that's all.
Is she not singing anymore?
SILA just raises
Not
her
right
There's no
now.
eyebrow.
singing.
Great. I'm going back
Listen.
to bed.
Listen, Leonora. You said he doesn't love you. Who is he?
Let me show you to my place of lodging, and we will discuss this further. And she is now like drunkenly gesturing towards the Pie and Beer Inn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, she's gonna follow Leonora. And
Uh,
under her breath, she's gonna be like, "This whole fucking town owes me."
you walk in, and she like sits down at the table, and Arter walks out from the back and says, "Okay, I have tea. Here's tea."
Thank
And
you,
it like
Anna.
puts down a pot of tea.
Yeah.
Arter is going to be wearing like a very long nightshirt.
Does he have a
down
nightcap?
to the knees
Does he
nightshirt.
have a really long nightcap?
Does have a nightcap.
Okay, Leonora, tell me what's going on.
Okay, so she's sitting down. She says, "It's very simple. I am a classically trained singer, and I am excellent at what I do. And
Yeah, sure.
I should be able to go where I want and be appreciated for my talents."
All right. Is that why you're screaming outside?
Did I say appreciated? I meant I need to be appreciated for the things that I've done and the sacrifices I made to my career and my training. Because if you've been taught by someone that they treat you like they love you, and if they don't actually love you, then what's the point of going through all of that hardship and training? And they begin crying messily.
Oh, Leonora, did someone not treat you right, darling?
I mean, they were never treated right, but this is it. And
Darling, whoever, you're right, 100%. You deserve to be treated wonderfully. You deserve to be treated the way, like a goddess that you are. And if someone isn't doing that, you shouldn't be caterwauling for them outside. They don't deserve it.
they're not even here. It's not for them. This is for me. And if I'm going to go through all that work, and if I get no attention for my good singing, I will curse everyone in town to listen to my bad singing. I don't think it's really a curse, but it sounds like a curse.
Listen, I have a proposition for you, all right? Okay. Someone who's singing as bad as you are, clearly, in order to sing badly, you have to sing good.
Exactly.
And clearly, you have so much talent. If you want to be appreciated for your talent, I performed here at Arders tonight, and there were many, many people that came in. What if, just go with me here, you work with Arda and be his live-in entertainment, but you have to stay sober in order to do that. You work with Arda, you entertain his guests that come in, because I feel like they're going to be coming in a lot more looking for live entertainment. You work with Arda, become, a nightly performer, singing wonderfully, and then people will appreciate you for the true talent that you have, and you don't have to caterwaul out in the streets.
If I do that, you think I should just let him go and just let him go live his life elsewhere and just be the way that he is to someone else?
Darling, yes, you don't deserve to be treated like this. You deserve people who are going to worship the ground you walk on, and if you're performing, you need people to see the talent that you have, and if you're performing here every night, they will.
I will consider what you have said, because you said it nicely, but I don't know.
Can I persuade her?
Yeah, you can persuade her, but I feel like this is a period of time that will be necessary here. So
I at least want to persuade her enough to get the idea in her head that maybe she's not accomplishing anything by screaming. It. Yeah, she's not accomplishing.
I feel like you're there at this point, and I also feel like this bar has the worst walls on earth. And I think it's very easy for everybody in the entire bar who is trying to do anything to hear everything that's going on.
Thrin needs more beer if she's gonna sleep through crying emotional girl, so she comes downstairs.
You are a gorgeous, talented goddess, and you do not need to be chasing after a man who doesn't realize what's in front of his face. And I know that you have the talent to be Arda's performance every single night, and people would come from all over to hear you.
This is the cheapest place that I could find to stay in this city.
Well, listen, if Arda has talent every night of your level, this will put out... What was the most expensive one?
The 12 Lanterns was the one you saw.
This will put the 12 Lanterns to shame in no time.
Oh, the 12 Lanterns. Oh. Listen, you have a very good point, and I am sure I could make it in a Tredigor. But why should he be off in Novigrad, living with the best, doing the best, if I have to stay here in Tredigor? In Tredigor?
Stumbles down. Who is he?
Yes, we're actually going to go to Novigrad. I can rough him up a little bit if you'd like me to when I'm there.
I can rough him up a lot if you like me to.
If you tell
I
me
imagine
who he is.
that's just yelling through the floor.
Yep.
My friends and I, we can deliver a very painful message if you'd like, if you tell me who he is, and you can be thriving here in Tredigor.
I won't threaten him with violence, but I could make him feel inferior about his skills by insulting him terribly.
Wow.
He's very, very pretty, though. I don't think I want his face hurt or anything.
Who is it?
We can hurt other parts of him. Just tell me who he is.
We could break his heart like he broke your heart.
Or his balls.
Or his balls.
Oh, maybe.
Yes,
Looper
you could
thinks
break
about
his
going out
balls,
for a
but I think his
second.
heart has already been stolen by someone else, and I think that's part of the problem.
Oh,
Literally, if she doesn't spit out
stole
this
it?
name, I am going to go in there.
Listen, does nobody know this person where they will draw out the drama
Oh,
as
yeah,
long as
absolutely.
humanly
Oh, yeah.
possible?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
appearing totally
And she
drunk
goes-
and incapable of doing
And I
anything?
think
Yes.
Lupa is hearing all this.
So, was
And
his
they're-
heart? Did she steal him from did they steal him from you, or was he like already into this person?
I think that he's been pining for her for years, and it's just a thing. And how am I supposed to
It
compare
sounds
with
like
that?
he needs to get over it if it's been years and nothing's happened.
SILA, make her tell you.
Just, darling, tell me who it is.
Philip of Redania.
I had a feeling, but Thrin like legit just spit takes, like just out the nose, unladylike, just. Oh,
If it
excuse
wasn't
me.
for that cow, Thrin and Brockfar, everything would be fine.
I
It's
think
definitely her fault.
I've heard of him before.
It wasn't for that guy.
At this
I
point,
apologize for calling you a cow, Lindy.
no.
Sila's eyes go wide, and she's just like,
I'm going to
"Oh,
go
she
to bed
sounds-
now.
She
Yeah.
sounds horrible. She
Sounds like
so
a real
horrible."
bitch. Yeah.
yeah. At this point, I think
I think I
Lupa-
just lay some money on the bar, grab something from behind it, and then just go back to my room.
Yeah. I think at this point, Lupa, who had been staying inside just because they know they're not going to be very helpful with consoling a drunk person, upon hearing Philip of Redania, definitely opens the door at this point.
Okay. Also upstairs in this hallway, Rosant and Gramelin are sharing a room. You hear the sounds of physical, like wrestling type moving, and from the room you hear Gramelin say, "No, let me go. I can be Thrin. I could do it. I don't want to, but I have to."
I'm
And
gonna
is
go.
being like physically restrained by Rosant.
Okay, I will head that way while Thrin's going to bed and Sila's
I'm standing in
still-
front of the door if I hear that. Like, are they getting it on?
That's
Are
why
they?
Maggie's there.
Yeah,
But they
doesn't-
mentioned my name, and so she's just awkwardly stood there with a bottle in front of the door.
Okay.
Leonor, I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a real cock, and I don't think you need to be chasing after him.
You know, I
You're
appreciate that.
so
You've
much
had some
better.
very good advice, and she's just like she's fading on her feet, and she's probably gonna fall asleep here at the bar, like at this table.
Yeah, I think Sila's going to sort of pat her on the back. Darling, if you have a room here, you should probably go upstairs and go to bed, get some sleep. And sleep on what I've told you. I think it's very good advice.
I will consider the things that you've said, and I will find the staircase. And
I'll help you. I'll help you up to bed.
thank you. Yes, it's the very melodramatic thing where she's gonna fall down the stairs if she does it by herself. So,
Sila's
You've done
gonna help
that.
her up. Yeah.
yep. Thrin and Maggie are standing outside of Rosalind and Gramelin's room where there's some sort of physical act going on. And Lupa has their door open, right? I mean, that's everything.
Yeah, has the door open, their heads poked out, kind of in the I don't know whether I should go and do something or if I should just go
That's
back.
kind of where Thrin's at, but she was just gonna leave them to their physical activities, and then she heard her name, and like, no, I don't know.
And Rosen's like, "You're not going down there." And in response, we hear Gramelin just go, "Nope, fight. Oh, fine."
When Sila gets Leonor to bed and closes the door, she walks back out into the hallway where the three of you are, and she looks at Thrin and says, "What did you do?"
What did I do?
I'm still listening to see if they're getting it on.
Who is Philip of Redania?
And
They
like,
must be done.
Oh,
is he shape-shifting like while they're doing it?
that's what Thrin was wondering. He's like, I could be Thrin, and she's like, I would not appreciate that.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's what's happening.
Oh no. Philip, Fredenia. Well, he's a bard.
One that's been obsessive over Thrin in the past.
Ha! Ugh. Gross. Can't imagine that. That's terrible and awful and...
Didn't he make a song about you or something?
He did make a song, and it's horrible. It's awful song. I hate it.
It is very excessive.
Ugh. He calls me chaste.
Oh yes, that's horrible.
It's just...
Aren't you
I
though?
mean, it's not factual.
It's not factual. SILA, it's not factual. So what is factual? What are your so if there's misinformation being spread, we should correct it. So like, what are your preferences?
He just needs to stop. He's not bad. He's a nice person. Just a bit too into me.
Doesn't take no
Hate
for
that.
an answer.
Doesn't take no for an answer very
Yeah,
well.
fucking hate
He
that.
doesn't really get it. He never really got it that often until I told him no, I think. He's just was never told no growing up. And then I told him no, and he didn't know what to do about it.
So we can. The important thing here is the campaign of misinformation around Fryn. That's the crime. So
It's
if you
not
were to set
that
the record
awful.
straight, Fryn, just set the record straight, and SILA can make a new song about how you're really into.
I'm going to bed. Good night, everyone. SILA's going to her room and closing the door with a little bit of force behind it.
One day I'll know. Try so hard.
You do. I gotta make you work for it, though.
It's been a whole season.
And
Not long
Lauren
enough.
thinks everyone she cares about dies. So, there's that. Except Lupa. Because they don't talk about their feelings. It's fine.
Right. Well.
It's cool.
Well, you
Bye.
better go to bed, Lupa.
Lupa just like narrows their eyes. They don't sleep.
You better go. I don't know, whatever the fuck you do.
Get some
Sit in
rest.
the dark.
I'm going to go downstairs real quick because I don't think this is going to be enough.
Yep. No, I will accompany you. Good night, Lupa. Good night. Good night.
I think Lupa watches them walk past. Can I assume that Lupa's room is like closer to the staircase and like, and so this.
Yep.
Oh my god, Lindy.
Okay, now my real question is that the same bottle of like schnapps that got left on the table by Liam?
Yes.
All right,
Probably.
excellent.
Okay, so now we're down in the bar.
I just grab the schnapps, uncork it.
I'll light some
So I can
candles
come.
so we don't trip over ourselves. Right. So, yeah. No. Tell me. What do you think it was about your love life that he got so wrong? Yeah, I'm very
It's
interested.
been a while since I've heard this song, but I mean, nobody dies in it, so it's obviously incorrect.
Sorry. What does that mean?
Nobody. If this was a song about my love life, there would be a lot of death in it, and there's just not.
Why would there be a lot of death in it?
Because everyone I've been in a relationship with has died.
Of like-
Terribly.
Of like natural causes, because you're supposed to be like really old, like 40, right? 45.
No, I'm a lot
50?
older than that. No.
So they've died. Oh, so you're saying they've died of natural causes in old age? Got it.
No,
No?
I'm almost 150 for one. 146.
All right.
And see, one was killed by a curse. One was set up by somebody, killed by
Uh-huh.
monsters. One of them committed suicide. Another one was killed by monsters.
Okay.
One of them I had to kill because they were going to kill Lupa if I didn't. It was a very sudden thing.
Right.
That one was rough.
Okay.
And then just another one just disappeared mysteriously and just died. Just died mysteriously. Don't know why.
Okay. Well, so couple things. Probably what you should do is be with someone who is like, you know, survived curses and has like worked out all the mysteries of their life pretty much, and definitely would never get into a fight with Lupa, and you know, would always put Lupa in front of them if there was a monster.
I just think I might be cursed.
You should test it out, because at first I wasn't sure if I was cursed or not.
That's what I'm doing with Lucifer.
That you're fucking a horse?
I'm not fucking a horse. No, I'm not Yennefer. I'm not doing weird things with unicorns.
I don't know what that means. Lauren knows what that
She's a
means.
sorceress. Don't ask. Don't ask about it.
I won't.
Just
Sounds hideous, not like you. You're very pretty.
No, I like Lucifer a lot. He's a very nice horse. I haven't tried pets before, so I'm going to see if I have a pet that I love and care for, that if they die too.
So, okay, that's probably not going to work, right? Because if it's a curse, it's probably specific to the type of person you were seeing before. And what did they all have in common?
Not a lot.
What did
One
they?
of them,
They
one
all.
of them was a witcher. One of them was a mage. One of them was a blacksmith.
Uh-huh. So they were all
People.
were they all like men?
No, not all of them.
They weren't. They weren't all men. They weren't all men. They weren't all men. Oh, damn it. I thought I had it. Thought I had it.
Good train of thought, though.
Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks. So, yeah. So what I'm trying to figure out is, you know, when was the last time you were with someone?
When I was friends with Lupa, see, 16, 26, 30, about 35 years ago.
About 35 years ago. You know what's crazy?
35 years ago.
You know what's crazy about 35 years ago? I wasn't even born yet. So probably the curse doesn't
They're very
apply to
young.
me.
Well,
So probably
I
the
mean,
curse...
a lot of them weren't alive when the others died either.
Hard to say unless you kept really good records.
That's why I told Philip no, because, I mean, he was cute, don't get me wrong, but I didn't
Right.
want to have him fucking be murdered terribly or
Yeah.
something.
So
I
you
kissed him or something.
the thing you should probably do, right, is test it on someone who is resilient and has a good support group to keep them alive. You should probably just test it out. See if it's just a kiss that does it, you know? We could experiment.
I don't know, it sounds really risky.
Friend, and she gets like really super serious. I'm willing to take that risk for you.
I don't want you to die because of me.
Right, no, but I
No,
don't think I will
it's
because,
worth
you know,
testing with.
we got Lupa, right? We got Lupa to
But
like...
you go off by yourself all the time,
No.
and that is when it would happen.
No, I wouldn't.
yes.
I wouldn't
Yes.
go off by myself. I'd stay
you-
in the group.
Do.
No, I'd stay in the group. I'd stay in eyesight just to like...
That's not like you.
No, it is because we need
Really,
a clean test where there aren't a lot of variables. So I'd stay in sight all the time.
Okay, stops for me.
So I think we should try it just to make sure you're not cursed.
I appreciate your offer trying to help. It's very sweet, but I don't want to put you in that kind of position or risk. I'm just probably gonna get if Lucifer doesn't keel over, just maybe like a bunch of cats or something.
A bunch of cats.
If Lucifer doesn't die, if Lucifer dies, then maybe I'll see about getting a curse removal or something.
Maggie just puts her head on the bar. Okay, well, I think that's enough schnapps for you.
No, I'm going to. This is my bottle now. I found it and I claimed it, and it's mine now. So.
All right. Well, just take you and your bottle up to bed.
All right. This bottle and I are going to have a good cuddle, and it's probably going to be shattered glass in the morning because everything I cuddle with
so
dies.
happy for that bottle. Have fun with it. All this from like being face down on the bar. The end.
Friend just thinking it's a good friend trying to help,
Mm-hmm.
and not because
Pound.
So I guess the only question I have is, did Maggie at any point go up to her room, or did she sleep at the bar?
I also like how the walls are thin enough that everyone probably heard that conversation.
Absolutely, Lupa, who is awake the entire time.
I love friendship. Yeah, I go back up to my room.
Okay, that's good. So Artie doesn't have to like put a cozy under your head or something like that
No.
when you wake up. That's good. Well, I hope everyone likes breakfast pie.
Mm-hmm.
Breakfast pie.
Probably like a quiche, right? So, yeah, it's morning. We'll just go to it as simply as possible. It is morning, and we do have to get things done pretty soon here. So I guess, do we even want to hit another scene, or do we want to go out on Maggie and Thrin's conversation?
Go out on Maggie and Thrin's conversation.
I think that makes good sense, because from here we know there's still so much to be done. There's still a fine boat out there.
We end up with hangover breakfast pie the next morning.
Yeah.
Just like a quiet breakfast table.
I
Everyone
think that's good.
knows. Everyone knows the awkwardness. Everyone feels it, and nobody talks about it.
That's important.
Mhm.
I do want to point out that additionally, you do not have Leonore Povor. She's not waking up with you all. She will be stone drunk until the evening.
That's
Yeah, and so
fine.
she's the only one who didn't hear that conversation because she
Oh,
was
yeah.
just
That's-
KO'd.
That's fine.
Yeah. So we'll have plenty to look forward to next time, because we still have a fine goat and some sort of insect monster that have to get handled. And we haven't even talked to the Vols in the least. Lots to do.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right.
Oh, so I guess that's it.
Okay.
That's queer today.
This
Woo!
session sure took a turn.
Took a hard left turn.
All right, we should go around and say hello to all of the wonderful people here. Tell us who they are, where we can find them on the internet, all that good stuff. Hans, I give it to you first.
Yep. Hey, I'm Hans. I don't think I'm doing anything else online this next week. I think I'm just going to be back here next week for more Crimson and Ash. So I'll just see y'all then.
Good. Let's go to Katie.
I'm Katie. You can find me on the internet at KatieFace. I am streaming on Off the Table. Right now we're on break, but I'm there every Friday. And I have this, and I love this game.
Excellent. And fucking Lindy, hey.
Hey! You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern on my channel, you'll find part 2 of our mini Dread campaign that we're doing. It's gonna be a 3 or 4 shot, so we're excited. Probably people are gonna die tomorrow because we were rolling awful on our Jenga tower of V100s last week, so it's only a matter of time. Then Tuesday, you can find Mr. Ravenloft, Spooky Ravenloft stuff in a post Cursed of Strahd Barovia. It's tourism hell. So if you want to see ridiculous tourism Ravenloft, you should come on Tuesday, because that's what it is, and it's horrific and fantastic all at the same time.
this. Kiana.
Let's do our personal stuff. I'm Kiana. Y'all can find me over on Twitter at KianaS. Best way to figure out I'm doing multi-internet social role-playing things. Mostly just here on the channel, though. Doing a weekly series, doing video games, and jamming an upcoming Bird Bite campaign on the channel. So, hyped for that. How about you, Lauren?
I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger over on Twitter. You can find me here every weekend. That sounds right. Like Saturday through Tuesday. Sure, that's a weekend. It's my birthday on Tuesday, so we're probably going to be streaming some games. It'll be super fun.
Yeah.
And otherwise, just follow me on Twitter because I have some fun announcements coming up. The end. I did it.
Let's go quickly over channel stuff, of course. First, thank you to our sponsor, Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice. We're part of their Spotlight program. They're amazing. They help to uplift a bunch of indie creators in the space, so go check them out. As well, Dice and V's for all of those good physical quick clacks, whether that's plastic, metal, wood, or gemstone as well. They release new stuff all the time, and you can get stuff off if you use our links and our code. And of course, our newest sponsor, Grinding Coffee Co. If you want some really good organic coffee and also supporting the channel, great way to do that. It's awesome stuff. Of course, thank you so much, everyone who's watched, donated, all that good stuff. Everything goes back into production, and we're actually moving forward with a payment plan for our cast compensation, because we're finally at that place financially. So super appreciate everyone who is able to support us and get us there, so we can reward all these lovely people for the time and energy and love that they spend with us at stupid hours in the morning. And of course, if you ever miss an episode or want to rewatch one, we've got a YouTube channel. I am a little behind on VODs. I am catching up with them. I will post on Twitter when I've caught up with the playlist and stuff, but just subscribe over there and you'll get it as well. And of course, follow us over on Twitter for news as to when we go live, but that's with a weekly TTRPG series, video games, and probably one-shots, or announcements for new shows and stuff. We'll be promoting more stuff about Burn Bright Against the Stars over the next few weeks. It's going to be real great. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go see who we can go raid. But please stick around in chat when we go raid and all that stuff. Put that hype emote if you got it when we go over there. If not, just spam some hearts for love from us and Salty Good Games. We'll be back tomorrow with Strange Invasion, and then Polka Zulu on Saturday, and then back here. And of course, Tuesday for birthday stream.
Birthday!
Hang out with us then. But that's it. Let's sign off for the night, for the day.
Whatever
Jesus.
it is. Time means
Whatever
nothing.
time it is. Time is fake.
Wave bye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.